as the government released data today announcing that today the UK has hit an all-time high of illegal UK migrants making the crossing via boats. We release information and reveal how the UK illegal migrants are now using different launch locations to enter the UK. Hi there, and thank you to everybody for joining me for yet another video back at the channel had just gone viral. If you're new here, we like to cover news and crime, give analysis, and also tell you information that sometimes the mainstream media won't always tell you. So with that being said, please like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. The UK has recorded an unprecedented surge in illegal migrant boats crossing, with figures reaching an all-time high today in the first quarter of 2025. Despite intensified government efforts to curb the flow, migrants are increasingly adapting their strategies, now launching from new, less monitorised locations along the French coast in a bid to outwit the border authorities. But according to official data released by the Home Office this week, over 7,600 people have crossed the English Channel in small boats since January. This is a sharp rise from the 5,400 recorded during the same period last year. March alone saw more than 3,000 crossings, making the single highest monthly total ever recorded. Sources within the Border Force and National Crime Agency suggest that the smuggling networks are now exploiting less known departure points, including stretches of coastline further north of Calais and even areas around Normandy. These new routes are making detection and interception significantly more difficult for French and UK patrols. Smugglers are consistently evolving, said a senior Border Force official who spoke on conditions of anonymity. They are launching under cover of darkness, using GPS guided launches from more remote beaches and even deploying decoy vessels to draw our teams away. The shift in tactics has also alarmed British officials who fear a long busy summer ahead. Prime Minister Keir Starmer reintegrated his government and committed to reducing crossings, insisting that no one should risk their lives in making this perilous journey. We are stepping up surveillance, he said, increasing joint operations with our French counterparts and speeding up removals for those with no legal right to remain in the UK. However, critics argue that the government's approach remains reactive rather than preventative. Human rights groups continue to call for the establishment of safer legal routes for asylum seekers, warning that current policies only fueling the desperation behind these dangerous journeys. As the weather improves and crossings continue, pressure is mounting on both UK and French authorities to adapt more rapidly than the smuggling network that is driving the crisis. With summer approaching, officials are bracing for what could be another record-breaking year on the Channel. The majority of the small boat crossing attempts are made from Calais and the Dunkirk region, but some rescues took place in the Dieppe area in December and January, about 180 kilometres or 112 miles further south. Launch locations began to include estuaries that the police had countered with barrages and dams. Some gangs have used taxi boats, where migrants get a craft into the water and then pick up the others as they wait offshore in the surf. But with at least 72 miles of coast to patrol, which is almost impossible, Keir Starmer's only reaction was to release new criminal offences for the criminal gangs. After at least 78 people lost their life trying to reach the UK in small boats last year, this was the deadliest year on record, according to the International Organisation for Migration. Almost 37,000 people crossed the UK Channel last year, figures from the Home Office showed. Since 2018, when figures were first recorded, more than 150,000 people have arrived in the UK after making the journey from France. The government recently announced measures to tackle people smuggling gangs, including new criminal offences of endangering the lives of others at sea, which will carry a jail term of up to 5 years. But how can we rely on the government, the Home Office and also the mainstream media to report to us the accurate figures of how many people have entered the UK illegally? After all, have they took into consideration the boats that come at night, or even them other boats that land further up the coast? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think is next for the UK? I hope you enjoyed the video and the content. Smash the like button if you did, and if you haven't already, smash subscribe. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you in the next video.